Hello, welcome to Your View. I am Mariah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my lovely co-host here. Hello, ladies. Why in the building? Looking nice and green and yellow.
Thank you very much. I have a depressing story to tell actually today. I have to tell it. I heard it this morning. Ngozi, you know the news anchor? She does the news.
Ngozi, yes.
The breakfast show.
She says she has a friend who is going out or was going out with an arms dealer. Police, he gives arms to the police force, and he beats the girl, beats her seriously. He burns her clothes. She's not allowed to go out. After a certain time, the girl said, no, I cannot take it anymore. I'm leaving you. He got the police to arrest her. And what they are charging her for is stealing $1.8 million. So right now she's in Ikoyi prison being arraigned today.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. So she is like really upset because there's nothing they can do. The police are working with the guy. He's some Nnewi chief or something. And she said she really wanted me to mention it on the show today, and I said, okay, I promise, because it's not, if it is not. Even if he has $1.8 million, where did he get it from?
Public defender. They can actually help her get a lawyer to actually.
Even if it's true, what she said is very valid. That he has $1.8 billion, $1 million that she stole.
Cash.
Where did he get the money from?
Cash.
So both of them should be arraigned in prison.
Abi?
It's true.
Anyways, well, I mean, I think the Lagos State always helps you like that. Once you. If you're kind of
the office of the public defender, right?
Can actually help you out. You should go there. Yes. Well, how you doing?
I am fine, oh Jehovah. I have plenty stories.
Interesting weekend.
A fantastic weekend. You know, when I finished on Saturday, on Sunday we had something that has to do with junior church with Praise for Wowe. It was amazing. Like my eyes were just popping. Like, you know, it's good to be in a place where you're learning and every day you see it and you can apply. So thanks to Praise for Wowe, I went to volunteer there, and it was amazing. It was really amazing. Then yesterday, I went to service my car. I told them I promised I would not mention, but I stayed there. I resumed some minutes to like 8:30. I left there 3:30 just to change oil and change brake pads.
Really?
But in any case,
big car.
Bridget and Vivian, thank you so much if you're watching. They really tried for me because I was not even supposed to service it yesterday.
Anyways,
where'd you go and service it?
Yeah, Vijay, number one.
I've not had light for about 10 days now.
Why?
They cut our light.
In Lagos?
Yes, they cut it. They cut our wire. No, I'm on prepaid meter, so by all standards they shouldn't. However, we have like 9 flats within our compound, and they said NEPA had come there twice, Power Holding had come there twice, PHCN.
No, PHCN.
Discos, Gencos.
I think I'm under a co-distribution.
Really?
Yes. So they checked and they said that some people had illegal connections. We are on prepaid meter, but some people had shunted the meter to sort of, and I was like, we didn't do this. Why should we bypass? Yeah, they bypassed their meter.
I mean, it's 50,000 naira.
They said every house. They said all the flats must pay. But I said, lie, shishi. I've been paying bills since. One thing I said,
thing is real. When they came to our house, see, and the person born my husband. We don't do this thing. No. My husband was going. This was about last year or 2 years ago. When the Ikeja
people came,
came for the first time. See us begging. You didn't beg. You paid that money clean, 50,000 naira. We coughed it out. So because they insisted that
they would insist. It's a different system now.
They collected their money. My husband was
and guess what?
I mean, and since then, no, we didn't do bypass again. We just said, please.
No, guess what? Even in houses,
we did not bypass.
For instance, like twin duplexes.
Please let me finish my story. Because we didn't bypass, and 3 people have been confirmed to have done the bypass, but they've cut all of us down. So now we have to wait until the 3 of them pay their 50,000 naira before we get power. Because 3 flats actually had.
Because it's actually for your benefit, because they can be using your own power. You know, they can be using your own power. So it's
that thing is really bad. We only did it for a short. Wasn't it for like a weekend? Like our meter.
They cut people. They did it for over a year actually.
So the electrician advised my husband, let's do the bypass just for the weekend, and Monday you go and pay. That time they not done the electronic thing. So we're supposed to do it for the weekend. Unfortunately, that weekend was the weekend that they came.
You know what somebody said? He said when Christians. No, children of God, let me not just say Christians. When children of God do something
wrong, 1 minute.
Now then they quick catch.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll breeze through the front pages. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Okay, very quickly, let's start with the Punch. Dariye diverted 1.1 billion naira, gave Atiku's firm 100 million, that's the witness. Ex-Plateau governor lodged ecological funds in personal bank account. Picture here of Nnamdi Kanu being led out of the Federal High Court in Abuja. Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, federal government considers out-of-court settlement. Army court-martial resumes trial of 19 officers. Probe Jonathan, Northern Elders Forum tells Buhari. Senate may order ex-EFCC chairman Lamode's arrest. Excuse me. Metu gave me $2 million cash to invest, says woman. Amcon debtors fly around in private jets. Okay, which story are we picking up here? Should we talk about Dariye once and for all?
Yeah,
Who read that?
The Plateau ex-governor. There's an allegation against him from the papers that he diverted some funds. And what is even shocking in the story?
1.1 billion.
Wait,
I'm tired. This kind of been ongoing since Jonathan's era. In fact, last year
they didn't.
2007 or 2009.
I think it's a revisited case.
No, the was last year. I think 2015. Last year February was it was in court last year. But I don't know what happened. This year was reopened somewhat.
Yeah. I don't think it was reopened. Maybe it was just
pushed aside.
Yeah, and then
they brought it back up again.
They brought it back up. The interesting thing in that article, the way the is it the inspector, the representative of EFCC, he broke down the exact figures. 20 million went this way. Then there's an allegation that 100 million went to Atiku's company. Then he also diverted some funds. That this project was supposed to be for ecological something.
It's an ecological fund. The money is for your environment is bad. You go and apply that. Oh, you want to plant trees. You want to make the environment better. Ecological fund is vital. It's supposed to be like to rescue your people the entire sum.
Hold on, I have a problem with it because he said that the check. He did it in agreement with his banker to lodge it into his own private account. So how would the state itself release funds
to a private account?
To a personal name? Because you can't pay in funds that is not, I cannot pay a TVC check into Uwa's account. Yeah. It's not possible. So I don't even understand. Anyway. But the good thing about it is that I love the fact that they broke it down. So it's not a function of whether they didn't know where the money went to. The man explained it that this is where all the funds went to. So hopefully they should be able to recover the money.
Many heads should roll, including the bank MD. Because
no, the bank is already under now. All state trust bank.
Interesting. I was saying that all this cash that they're recovering. You know when Buhari was saying in his budget that they're going to recover stolen funds. We thought it was just I thought it was one small amount of money. But the trillions that I'm hearing.
I never thought it was small.
Trillions, like you can practically build the entire economy just by getting these looted funds.
True.
But let's move on to the nation. Very quickly, $2.1 billion arms gate. EFCC seizes Dasuki's general's houses. You can picture here of very the hotel, mansion,
shopping mall,
everything with our money. Okay. Metu gave me $2 million cash to invest, says witness. How Dariye diverted Plateau's 1.1 billion naira. So sad. Senate backs AMCON to recover 5.4 trillion naira. See, there's money in the system. It's just finding this money and putting it to proper use. Yeah. All right, what story? Are we talking about Metu or we're talking about
Metu? The Metu story, I think is
the lady number. I didn't
even want to mention her name.
Something they've written already.
This is worrisome because now that's their prime witness against.
It's just one of 18.
One of 20.
They have 18 witnesses, and she's the first one that came out.
Yes.
She said he gave her $2 million to put in the bureau to go and change in the bureau de change. Two, 1 million each, and one of the bureau de change changes have come to say yes. So
yes, I received that.
I received half of that money, and then she cashed it and put it, I think, in his personal account or something. And he's denying it. His own defense counsel said, that this is private money. That why are they questioning private money?
You can give account where you got the money from
for business.
Okay.
Because it was in his business name. She works with an investment management, ARM, and as an account manager, she's managing Olisametu's official account, Dexter Management. So the idea is that this money is given to her to manage and invest officially, but it was in dollars. So even if he says he's not connected to the Dasuki Gate, because it happened in December 2nd, 2014, then he should give account of where he got that kind of money from. What business is he doing that gives him access to
$2 million
in cash in Nigeria?
Cash.
And this is just one person's confession.
I just cannot imagine how we are spending dollars in Nigeria that is Naira that
I'm
we are
telling you,
supposed to
that
spend.
is even the sad part.
Dollars.
Okay, what is interesting is that it's almost as if the whole of Nigeria is sleeping.
I'm telling
and
you.
there's this special few just, sharing dollars
From
and
the gate
billions,
level,
and we
collecting
were just here
our milk and
suffering
I'm
and
telling
just
you.
working 9 to 5, getting some peanuts, and there are
Peanuts.
people out there just
The
don't
real
spending.
people that make money, they don't even see the
That has always
daylight.
been the problem.
They only come
that
out at night.
That we have a selected few that keeps
Jehovah.
getting richer and living the grand life, and then the larger
Okay, oh.
population is living in poverty. That's
Okay.
always been the problem.
Moving on very quickly to Vanguard. How we helped Metu launder $2 million, says witness. Just talked about that. Vandalism. Federal government may acquire Takwa Bay. Kachuku wants community. Why we can't hand over Tompolos to JTF, says Ijo leaders. Biafra. Court rules on Kanu's bill January 29th. $2.1 billion arms probe. Okonjo-Iweala replies Falana. Halliburton Siemens case is not closed, says federal government. Okay. Okonjo-Iweala.
I know you like Okonjo-Iweala.
I love
I'm happy
Okonjo-Iweala.
she's speaking concerning everything, because she has a special advisor for media that was working with her before. Paul Nwabuike is still replying every message that goes out. Now, we read in the papers yesterday that Falana made a statement to has taken her to ICC, stating that she
was asked ICC to make a case to investigate the arms case. That what was done was a human rights violation because of the fact that they didn't give them arms.
And he specifically mentioned that they should look into Okonjo-Iweala. Now, Okonjo-Iweala's person said that, see, a major bulk of the money that came in from Abacha's loot, because Falana linked the financing of the issue with Abacha's loot, that the bulk of the money came through under Obasanjo and under Abdusalami, and that what came under, what was accrued to her as a person was clearly stated that this amount of money will be borrowed to the army to fund getting ammunition, and it should be transparently done. So they shouldn't involve her in any way. That it was just cheap.
Exactly, I totally agree with her.
Like she said,
I totally agree with her.
I just want to say it says Falana's latest attempt to implicate Dr. Okonjo-Iweala falsely suggests that he is suffering from an ailment that may be described as chronic cerebral amnesia.
Why did you have to pick that one out?
Because he simply has no grasp of the facts. I know I had to read it.
No, but let me just quickly cap it off. She said that during her time with President Jonathan, it was only $500 million that came to her from Abacha's loot. That's one. And she said that the single treasury account was her initiative, that she did a lot of things to help
to block the leakages,
and to control looting.
And in fairness to her, really, her job, she will send us the approval. And
she said that, she said in her time, it was the first time that she was the one that started, monthly revenue allocation to all
the reports that she was sending monthly.
Yes, she was sending it monthly, putting it public for Nigerians to see how much goes to federal, state, and So I mean,
bottom line, leave Okonjo.
I'm trying to come to your camp. Hold on, let me finish.
Focus on that. We don't have time again.
But I'm just saying that in all these things, she needs to still answer questions. Because she's still the finance minister. She should have stepped aside if she saw that there were misappropriations of funds.
She saw it.
Her job was to approve, to get the funds out. Not to say, okay, that's okay, don't give anybody. Make sure you buy and follow that. How she going to follow the money like that?
She protected herself.
I believe that if she had a case to answer, by now, EFCC would have carried her.
Moving on to the Daily Sun. Please, leave Okonjo-Iweala, please. Metu gave me $2 million cash to invest. Okay, this small lady, this small girl.
Before they would not protect her trouble, they should protect her.
All over the papers.
With her name and everything.
Most of Abacha loot recovered during Abdusalami Obasanjo regimes. Okonjo-Iweala, we just talked about that. EFCC takes over Dasuki's properties. Trouble for Citibank chiefs as government reopens 305 million naira case.
They're just reopening
But this is
cases.
reopening and reopening. David West, Balaribe Musa clash over Buhari. Okay, let's move on very quickly to this day. This day investigations. Petrol overpriced by 4 naira 95 kobo per litre. Final score for ICC investigation malicious, says Okonjo-Iweala. Federal government moves to withdraw OPL 245 from Shell and Eni. And Oyegun justifies slant in anti-graft war as EFCC opens case against Me Too. Okay, and I think there's nothing.
There's nothing really much like that. This I'm trying to understand this OPL matter, because I think there were some from the reports. The part I understand is that there were some people that were not supposed to sign those contracts actually sealed those contracts. So the federal government is thinking of terminating the contract and probably.
Well, we'll see how that goes. I didn't read the article.
I can't. I'm trying to understand it too.
All right, that's all we can take on newspaper review this morning. When we come back, our hot topic: Interior Minister Dambazo makes SSS officer clean his shoes. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, last week, a video went viral of an officer, SSS officer, actually cleaning Nigeria's Minister of Interior, Abdurrahman Dambazo's shoes. The video showed the Interior Minister relaxing on a couch with his legs stretched out when the SSS officer walked to him, lifted his legs and cleaned his shoes with an handkerchief at the event of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps Academy in Abuja. Though an NSCDC spokesman, Oke Emmanuel, has justified the action, referring to the demonstration as a mark of respect. Let's talk about what are your thoughts on this. It's your view. Let it count. You can call us on 070-8066-8014. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. That's TVC Connect, 2 C's. And please hashtag your view TVC so we can read your tweets. All right, this thing went viral last week. I was talking about it. How can he do this? Da, 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 da. You know, people had views on this matter. Now, and really, they're just saying it's a mark of respect. What are your thoughts, ladies? Who wants to go first?
First of all, because some people are saying he didn't ask the guy to do it, the guy just voluntarily did it. And that's what their statement says, that, look, he was just being because he's a former military. My own is that I think that public officials should realize what they are. They are public servants. They are servants of the people. They are here to serve us, not here to lord it over us. So if you come, like me, like when I get to Shrine, someone comes for my handbag, I have decided to carry that handbag. If I have decided to carry them, I don't need you to carry the handbag for me. You know, because that means that I am carrying the bag with the expectation, because I'm your oga, that you must carry my bag for me. It shouldn't be the case.
Let me connect that to what the Arashi IGP was saying recently. Last week, saying that all the police, all the orderlies or the police details being sent to VIPs, they shouldn't be seen carrying their bags. Like if they catch you, they're carrying domestic chores. If they find you doing that, you'll be sanctioned. So in that kind of, relating that to this story.
I want to say that this is a cultural thing. It's who we are. We are people that serve and lord one big man, and everybody just goes around rankadede. Especially culture, it's just within us, it's in our system. So when you see somebody that is your boss, even if the person doesn't demand you do something, the high service nature that is inherent in us makes us feel like we should curry favor. I clean my oga's shoe, maybe at the end of the day, he will give me transport fare and all that. It's a show of respect. Is it right? No. But is it what we see every day? Yes. It is not a unique case that Dan Bazao it's happening to him. It happens every day. Some mischievous person just took advantage and recorded the video and posted it on. When I just said this is just pure mischief, because in actual fact, this is nothing new. Dan Bazao is a military official by all standards. Was once a military official at one of the highest levels. So by all standards, it's not a big deal. However, when you link it with what Areshe said, which was that it was a disgrace to the uniform for someone that is supposed to serve and protect the country to be doing menial chores for any VIP. But Dambazao is not any VIP. Dambazao is the Minister of Interior. The police, the immigration, the police, the army, is it the army?
You see,
the NSDC, they are under him. So he's their boss. So they're just doing what they would do to any boss.
I beg to disagree. You see, these people are here to serve. They are not here to lord it over us. If you are, because you are a minister doesn't mean you are above the law. Listen, you are not above the law. You must. In fact, if I were in his shoes, when the guy came, because the guy probably did it true out of.
It was voluntary.
I service. Oga, thank you very much.
Yes.
In fact, it's better to say, listen. It's better just take 500 naira. Go. It's okay. Don't clean my shoe. People would have respected him more than for him to. Clean it.
That's not our culture, Sha.
What?
Our culture is a big man should put his shoe up. And
what culture are you talking about?
It's okay. Let me come to
I'm just enjoying their conversation.
No, I'm confused. See, culture?
It's not our culture.
It's probably reality.
Listen. You see, it is not our culture, and that's. I really want to say that because we should stop what is not right. We have celebrated mediocrity so long in this country that we have absorbed it into our system.
Yes.
To say, okay, yes.
And make it our culture.
And make it our culture.
Yes.
Mediocrity is not my culture. I'm a
Nigerian.
Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian and I respect myself. As an army officer wearing a uniform, is my job. What is his job? The job function of SSS? Hold on. Whether he's wearing uniform, he's not wearing uniform.
His gun was
what
in
is
his
his job function? What is the job function of an SSS official? That is why you see that our normal policemen on the road, LASMA, people don't respect them. Because even the people that are supposed to show what these people, their roles are, they don't show that to us. Now, a picture went viral of Obama. I think it was 2008, when Clinton was greeting somebody and Obama was holding a jacket. Nigerians carry and say, Obama, see him serving, blah, blah, blah. See, humility is not you being subservient to someone. Humility is acknowledging, look at Murayo. I love her and I respect her. Her position, I do not joke with it. It is humility. I will not go and say I want to be at par with her, but she knows that I do not disrespect her person. So listen, when we need to separate mediocrity from humility, is this act. That boy, I don't know what
I'll let you come in, but you see, think of a Fashola. If Fashola would have
for goodness sake,
would have said, you know what, thank you. Just go and do your own work.
Even
if the shoes are dusty.
Leave it like that. You are going to answer me. Wait, you are going to answer me. His work, I believe, because there's gun in his pocket, was to protect the minister. What if it's at that time Boko Haram came to shoot him
and he's cleaning
his shoe? How will he carry the gun and drop the rag?
This is what we see within our environment. This is just one a fraction showing up of what we see around. I did not say it is right. I said clearly it isn't right.
But you shouldn't call it my culture.
Listen, because it's a reality.
You can say it is a reality, but not my culture.
No, right from our obas. Our obas are worshipped.
Oh my goodness.
Our rich men are bowed to. Does that make it right? No. But it's what we see. So if you want to pinpoint and make a scapegoat of one person, we should openly, I like what Mariah said, give examples of right things to do. Yeah. We need to change the culture of saying that everybody is a lord.
Of subservience.
No, because even if you are a servant and you do your job well with dignity, there's no big deal. But his job was not to clean shoe. But it is what he's seen all the time. And it models the society.
Let me take this call from Monday. Monday, are you there?
Yeah,
good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
Very well. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I am really interested in the topic you girls are discussing.
Ladies, please.
is something that is very, very important, and we need to actually separate mediocrity from cultural issues. Like she said, for a lesser officer or someone that is lesser to a boss in an office to be cleaning a shoe for his boss is not our culture as Nigerians. Like me, I will never do it for any boss. So we need to separate those two things.
Thank you very much, Monday. But I need to jump because let's be fair to talk, man. Even in your homes, there are some people that they'll sit down and the house girl will come and clean shoe. Or the house will come and clean. Things. That is the truth because they still look at you as their boss.
Can I explain something to you?
So let's not act as if it doesn't exist within us. What she's saying is that it is almost normal here, but doesn't make it right.
Listen, I had a nanny like that, and she used to be. I feel those things are eye service. that I'll come down from my car, you run, you want to come and carry
bag.
I hate those things. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because I feel that, I mean, why am I carrying the bag?
Exactly.
It is my job.
Yeah.
Most times I like to even leave my bag in the car because I don't like anybody running after me to say you want to come and help me. Because I just feel that you are doing it not because you really respect me and you really want to do it. You're just doing it for what's it called? I don't know. I don't like that.
Have my stuff.
Let me take this call from Lokoja. I don't want to lose this call. Hello, good morning. Are you there?
Yeah.
Ahmed, go ahead, please. Ahmed, are you there? Oh, it's delayed. It's long distance. Ahmed, are you there?
Yeah.
Go ahead, please. Oh, yeah.
Please,
yes,
why do you want to say
I have my
Why can't you
stuff.
come?
Before I say anything, YK power. Hey, YK. Meanwhile, they are not doing the right thing. Instead, they are chopping me,
At the back.
scraping, and my hair is turning grey.
Let me
because
remind you.
while they listen, they call it. There is someone that is the eye services manager. See, all of them.
It's money they are looking for.
They are looking for money. They are looking for. So when they keep on, YK power.
YK,
my eye will be listen. My eye will be closing to all the corruption.
I know you, YK. I know you. I know you don't encourage it. You don't like it. But does that stop them from doing it in your face every day?
No, it
till
doesn't.
tomorrow, don't they still come and shout YK power? Don't they still try to carry your bag? Because it is what they are used to. So we need to change that. Let's say that.
The point she's making, but let me take this call from Jalingo. Nuruddin from Jalingo. We're having some long distance calls this morning. Good morning. Are you there? Hello? Hello? Nuruddin? Oh,
yeah,
yikes.
hello, I'm online.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I want to make my contribution based on this topical issue.
Yes, topical issue.
Yeah, in fact, I want to tell you that there are more of this kind of attitudes happening in the barracks. So once a soldier is always a soldier, these are maybe their own way of military mentality. So as a military man, he has the right to, maybe if he stops his lieutenant from stealing his shoes, that may be a breach of their own rules in the military. And so I do not see anything bad when the lieutenant cleaning his boss shoe, because they were trained to do that.
Okay.
And so had it been that there was something wrong about it, he would have stopped him.
Yes.
He's a human, he's a Nigerian. All of us are Nigerian.
Are you saying they were trained to clean their Oga's shoes?
It's not really training. It's part of the discipline we are given.
Thank you very much, Nuruddin. Let's see some tweets.
Ahmed A. Sani says, actually, it's a Nigerian civil service. Rather, it's all eye service. Alegbe Emmanuel says, okay. Okpe Oluwa says, why do our ministers not carry their own bag? Why do they carry their bag when they land at Heathrow?
Yes, so that's
Okay.
Why do they carry their bag when they land at Heathrow?
And you say it's our culture.
Somebody will carry you all the way to Muritala. When you not get there,
You have entourage to Muritala.
My own point is that, let me say something. The reason they will continue to do this is because tomorrow, that officer that cleaned the man's shoes, tomorrow he becomes one head of one department. Somebody will just promote him for not doing, for cleaning shoes.
Yeah.
We keep on celebrating people that are not supposed to be celebrated.
Yeah.
Now, somebody that has been working hard, because the person comes off to you like this person is rude or the person does not, must I lick your leg before you know that I'm doing my job, for goodness sake?
Gotcha.
We should stop all these things.
Yeah.
Gabriel Abdulrahman says, I see Dambazau's shoe episode as a flagrant display of arrogance and conceit, of which PMB should sanction him.
PMBK.
It's not PMB.
We need to start with ourselves. You know, all this bag carrying, should ask. No, I shouldn't say ass licking on TV. You know, that we do.
Eye service. We shouldn't be rewarded in any way.
Honestly,
Okay, somebody came to greet her that day. I was in her office. She put her hand like this on her head. The lady knelt down. She was greeting. She said, "Please, just tell me exactly why you came in."
Yeah, exactly. Go
So
to the point.
immediately she said, he said, today is her birthday. Yeah, come and take money and just be going. She said,
What is
because
your-
you know
what
all
is
this
your
unnecessary greet. You come and greet me 1,000,000 times. And see, if you're not greeting me from your heart, Nigerians, when they say good morning to you, they expect you to give them money.
In that
Do
case,
you understand? What's the point? Don't greet me. Let me stay with my money in my pocket.
in that case, that girl, I don't see her for 1 year today.
You can imagine. Only
So
on her
when she
birthday.
came, I knew she wanted something.
You see?
You understand?
Oh God.
It doesn't make sense. We shouldn't celebrate
don't give them
mediocre
money
money.
next time.
So
Don't
we are all
encourage it.
used
It
to
was her birthday.
So we know it happens.
We should not celebrate mediocrity in any way. We should not tolerate it.
That's all we can take. Goodness me. Wow. I think we should make it another hot topic because you have a lot of experiences on this kind of things. It's Tuesday. We're talking health. We're going to talk about cervical cancer. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, according to reports, each year an estimated 12,000 women are diagnosed with cervical cancer, and no fewer than 100,000 Nigerian women die of cervical cancer yearly in the country. How do we combat this disease? Joining us to shed more light on this is a gynecologist and cancer specialist, Dr. Jimo Mutiu, and the CEO of Exquisite Magazine, Mrs. Tewa Onosoyan. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So good to have you.
Thank you.
Now, this is not the first time talking about cervical cancer. We've talked about it in the past, but it seems people still don't go out to get checked. Now, for those who are clueless, let's start. What exactly is cervical cancer, and how do you get it? Is it contagious? How do you get cervical cancer?
Okay. Well, cervical cancer is a disease of the cervix when there's an abnormal growth in the cervix. The cervix is like a neck of the womb. So the cell can turn to be abnormal. So when we have this, we can call it a cervical disease. Right? It can be a benign condition there, it can be a malignant condition. If it is not invasive, it's not malignant. So now, when we have this, the only thing we can use to detect it is to do a screening. So by screening, we can be able to pick if there's an abnormal cells there. By scraping it and check it under the microscope, you'll be able to know this is normal cell or abnormal cells. Well, cervical cancer generally is highly preventable, and if detected early, you can cure it.
Okay. What are the symptoms? Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry to cut you off, Doctor. Before it actually gets to a stage where the abnormal cells growing, cervical cancer is actually caused by a virus called HPV, which is human papilloma virus. Yeah, and human papilloma virus is they are living safely, harmless in men. But certain strains, when they get into the female, now, start replicating cells within the cervix at an abnormal rate. And the good thing about cervical cancer, which the doctor was about to say, is that it has a precancerous stage, where even before it becomes full-blown cancer, if you're going for your regular screening, the abnormal cells will be detected early. So it doesn't have to get to cancer before anything is done about it, which is what he was saying, that if the abnormal cells are noticed and seen, it can be scraped out and the lady can be treated. And all they need to be doing is just regular screening. So it doesn't come back again and it doesn't become full-blown cancer.
How often should we do screening?
Good. That's a very good question. Before we even get to the screening, what are the symptoms that we normally see or the risk factors in cervical cancer? Well, bleeding is number one. It can be a contact bleeding, maybe postcoital bleeding, or intermenstrual bleeding. It can be bleeding after menopause. So patient can also present with smelly discharge from the vagina. So there can be a pain in the pelvic when the tumor has advanced. So these are the likely symptoms that we see in cervical cancers. Then what are the risk factors? Like C-cell, human papilloma virus is the major culprit here. Because infection with human papilloma virus infection can cause this cervical cancer, though it can be silent for like 10 years before the first symptoms. So early cases is asymptomatic usually.
What age should the woman start thinking?
They should start screening from 21.
At age of 21
really
years.
Actually, it does say 21, but really any lady should start screening as
she's
soon
sexually
as
active.
they're sexually
So
active.
active, yeah.
Yeah, God forbid 18. I'm saying God forbid, but I know people are sexually active from 18.
18
but as long as, please God, don't say that my daughter's 12.
But once you're sexually active,
you should go for your cervical cancer screening. Because, like we said earlier, the human papillomavirus are in men. So once you're sexually active, once you've known a man, for people who don't know sexually active, you need to start going for cervical cancer screening.
Annually.
Exactly.
Annually.
I thought
in most cases, it's 1 in 3 years.
For the pap smear.
Yeah,
for there are different methods. There's the pap smear, there's VIO, which is using a liquid-based substance to spray into your cervix. You know, those two. The pap smear is every 3 years. You're fine.
I'll tell you I'm signed, trust me.
And the VIO one is every year.
The VIO is every year.
Okay, what's the difference? Because I only know of the pap smear. I've only done that once. And then, because my sister, I think it wasn't cervical cancer that killed my sister, it was ovarian cancer. And because of that, I was scared. So I went to the hospital. I was okay then. But because I was okay then, I have not been back. And you know, every year I keep saying, hey, you don't want to die like this. Go. But I'm still afraid.
So she should be going every year. She should be going every year.
No, every 3 years for the pap smear. Really and truly, whichever treatment, I mean, the doctors or the gynecologist should be able to tell you how often you should go, depending on what treatment, what screening they are administering or they've advised you to go. Pap smear, I'll let the doctor speak in a minute, but it's a bit more specific because it goes right into the cervix. They take the cells off the cervix, now put it onto a microscope to observe it, to see what's happening there. But the VIO one, because of the pap smear, because of how invasive it is why they say every 3 years. Because really and truly, if any cells will grow, it would be in the following 3 years, so to speak. But the VIO one, which is by putting a solution into the cervix, that's like just seeing with, normal eyes to see what changes is happening there. And it's recommended to do that every year. Because you have that chance of, them being wrong or them not seeing.
Well, you're going to say something.
Like you said, the VIA is not specific as pap smear. But you can, if you notice anything, you can even treat at the same time, doing a cone biopsy.
But people that have multiple sex partners and they still use, for instance, condom.
Okay.
Are they still prone to?
Yes, they can be prone. In what sense? Because it's not only through the sexual intercourse that you pick this human papillomavirus. You can also pick it skin to skin.
Oh, wow.
So the part that condom didn't do not cover, then you can now. Really? So it's possible. So that now, and it's not 100%.
We know there's a vaccine.
Yeah.
What's that about? Could you tell us about that?
Well, part of the prevention that I want to mention is to practice safer sex, which is very important. Then, like we said, screening is also part of prevention. Then we talk of vaccination. That's where we have the vaccines. Gardasil, for example, and Cervix. They are very important between the age of 9 years to 26 years.
So if your husband has HPV, right? So as a wife, you should go and get the vaccine so that you don't have the...
You can get the vaccine, but because you've been sexually active, you still kind of need to go for your
screening. So after a wife has checked herself and she's okay, does she still then need, or maybe she doesn't need, since her husband doesn't have it?
Well, she still needs the vaccine. It's just to be safer.
It's important.
But how affordable is this?
Sorry to I'll answer your question in a minute. The reason I say the woman still needs to check is because a man that has a certain strain of virus and has a wife, and they've been together for a while, she's free, she doesn't have cervical cancer, or doesn't have precancer. God forbid the man goes to another woman who has slept with another man that has a different strain, that now is in that woman, and the husband sleeps with that one and then takes it home. Do you understand? That's why the wife...
Men don't cheat, no.
So pretty much, if your husband is faithful, your husband is faithful.
In addition to that, you see these vaccines, like Gardasil, for example, is for strains, like 4 strains.
Different strains.
6, 11, 16, and 18. If another strain that is not within these 4 groups
gets in contact with the woman,
she might get.
So it's all about, it's just
so and it's even mainly for people that are not really, don't have that...
for someone like me, one second, let me tell me that's why I'm sighing.
Okay.
I've heard this cervical cancer lecture before and I've gone to get tested. and they found cells around my cervix.
Okay.
So I was asked to come for a cryotherapy.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I did that, they froze whatever they did. And I was supposed to come back 6 months later for something else. I never did. They gave me a vaccine thingy. I think I used it once and I was supposed to use it for
3 times.
Yeah, I only used the first one and that's it. And since then it's been 2 years.
No, you have to go back.
You need to go back.
It's important.
It's
like cryotherapy
important.
you mentioned, when you see any abnormal cells there, then cryotherapy is alone suffice to treat it. But you must go for regular screening.
Yeah.
You're like
that
me,
the
if I
precancer
go
cells
today
don't come
and I'm
back.
okay, I will not go again.
No, it's important you put it in your calendar.
It's extremely important.
Very
This
important.
is what the Exclusive Magazine Cervical Cancer Week is, Prevention Week is about. You know, a lot of people, and even me as well. I mean, I'm like, oh, I'm healthy, I'm fine, and da-da-da-da-da. You still need to go and be checked, even though we're praying that it never happens, just to make sure. And right now, I feel like I should just yank you off and
let's take you straight.
They found a pre-cancer cell, and
exactly.
they've treated you with cryotherapy. You need to go
for
very
screening.
regularly. This cervical cancer is killing 1 woman every hour. It's 100% preventable.
Yeah.
When I say 100%, it doesn't have to be killing women. And it's one of the only cancers that presents a pre-cancer stage. Pre-cancer stage, that's
She's very passionate about it, right?
pre-cancer stage. That means that, you know, if not looked after, if not regularly treated, it will become cancerous.
Exactly.
Which is what
My
we
stomach
don't
is paining
want.
me.
And you won't have, so you wouldn't know. I wouldn't know, right? Even if it's growing, I wouldn't know, right?
Because it has an incubation period of between 5 to 10 years. So in 10 years' time, God forbid that anything will start happening. You know, the in-between bleeding.
Okay, I'm coming to your exorcist something today. I'll come and get tested. Let me take a quick commercial. When I come back, I will not die by Satan. I will do a good old day. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. All right, so we're still talking about cervical cancer. YK, you're going to say something. YK, you are next.
I was just saying that all this talk about is making my stomach pain me and it's making me nervous. And I know it might be just
psychological. Because what you don't know won't kill you. Now that you know, it's gradually killing you already. That's the problem.
No, because I just had this thing done, the breast. And now they said 3 years, so I'm counting.
So just the pops.
Let me take this call from Esther. Okay. Esther, good morning. Are you there?
Morning.
Go ahead, please.
I to this program. That is a great. But please, your time.
It's not very clear, Esther.
It's very short. And we are called.
We can't hear you, Esther. I'm so sorry about that.
About our timing.
We have a tweet.
Maybe to extend
it.
Nomadim Sixtus says, please ask your guest on herbal treatment of cervical cancer. I'm sure they might deny it, but trust me, it exists. Doctor, herbal treatment of
Well, I'm not aware of that. Because if you look at the pathogenesis of this disease, you know that you have to follow that trend in the management too.
Someone else asked that, can ovarian cyst lead to cervical cancer?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. I wanted to say something that for me, I've never had any form of screening. Because usually me, I don't like going to the hospital. Come on, now open this thing. Can we get female gynecologists for people? Because I know Muslims, you understand, for instance, they would not tolerate a man. So, are there female gynecologists available for the people?
Good.
So we can now come.
Okay, let's talk to Edward from Ikeja. Edward, are you there? Oh, sorry. I'm phone lines today. Sorry. Any other tweets, please?
Tunde Tade says the vaccine should be made easily accessible in this part. That's what the government can.
So can somebody just walk up to the pharmacy and pick up a vaccine?
No, you can't. You have to see a gynecologist or a doctor. And part of what we're hoping for is to be able to You know, there's so many women that are dying of cervical cancer now. At least it's the older stage. Maybe now let's focus on catching them early. You know, since the vaccine is available from 9-year-olds, you know, upwards that are not sexually active, and boys and girls as well. So if they get the vaccine, they don't have to worry about HPV. It will
so my son can take the vaccine.
And your daughter as well.
Fantastic. I have a call from Yenny. Yenny, are you there, Alaba? Yenny from Alaba.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? It's been a long time.
Yeah, so happy New Year.
Yeah, happy New Year.
Same to you.
Yeah, the topic you are really discussing about, it's very interesting because a lot of people doesn't know about it. So I think like me, I've been hearing about it, but I don't really know deep about it. So it's good. I mean, for most of us to go for screening and other stuff about it.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Yenny. Yes, YK.
I was saying, so the vaccine is actually to prevent
the HPV.
Human papillomavirus, yes.
Women can take it, men
can take
it.
And
children can take it.
So
from
9 years.
What age?
From 9 years and above to 26.
So, for example, her son who's 10 years old now,
he
can
take
it, then he can be sexually active. He doesn't have to worry about passing HPV to
He doesn't have to be sexually active.
I'm saying that once he gets getting sexually active.
Unprotected sexual intercourse can also, even despite the vaccine, so even like in women now, screening is also encouraged even with that vaccine.
Tosade says that my aunt died of cervical cancer 2 weeks ago, but it wasn't diagnosed in the hospital until the last stage. So early diagnosis is very, very important.
But I want to say, for girls that, for instance, they've been through rape and all that, and at a very young age, for instance, the centers where do you guys, do support for them to also get screened and all that at maybe the rehabilitation centers where the young girls are?
I don't know about the rehabilitation centers. Maybe they do, but it would be something that should be added to part of the services they provide. I mean, even if they're raped, they still can get the vaccine and just do regular screening afterwards.
Let me give you a few moments to talk about this weekend. I want us to be very clear. What's going on? What's going to happen? What we're paying for? We're not paying for, so that people go out there to get help. Yes.
All right. So January is actually Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. There's a lot of noise when it's October. Everybody's talking about breast cancer, but not a lot is being said about cervical cancer that's still killing a lot of women. You're wearing teal today. Teal is the color for cervical cancer. So this week we decided to isolate this week out of January to do a lot of awareness and prevention methods, so to speak. So we're doing a lot of fly posting. We're giving you guys some flyers. We're speaking at some schools. We're doing free screenings on Saturdays and on Saturday and on Friday, and anytime during the week at Lakeshore Cancer Center. Lakeshore is one of our partners. That's where Dr. Jimo is from. You can go there anytime during the week to get screened. We have our partners at Optimal Cancer Center in Surulere.
That's where
you can go on Friday anytime, pay 500 naira. At Lakeshore is 2,000 naira. On Friday, 500 naira in Surulere. And then we're doing a massive outreach in Ebutimeta at a school called Banjo Nursery and Primary School in Ebutimeta. And that screening is free. So if you can't go to any of the ones in VI or Surulere, come on Saturday to Ebutimeta. That one is free, so anybody can get screening done, and it's from about 12
Do you guarantee like a lot of women being screened that day?
God help us.
But what's the provision for?
We are aiming to screen a number of women. I mean, the aim is, I don't know if I should say the number on air, but we will try to screen as many people as possible, funds willing as well. But if everybody is not screened on that day, we're still extending it because 4th of February is the World Cancer Day. So we want to do some screening on that day as well. So even if we've reached our quota or what we can do on Saturday, we will extend it to World Cancer Day. And it doesn't even end there. We would continue doing that because that's what we do at Exquisite Magazine. That's our corporate social responsibility.
Why do you say funds willing?
Funds willing, because obviously the foundation is private, although non-profit, and so it's whatever we're able to raise from our partners, our donors. That's what we're going to use to screen people. And if we can't afford to screen everybody, we would refer them to where they pay 500 naira or where they can.
That's the subsidized fee.
That's the subsidized fee from Exquisite.
Let's go to the Surulere one together.
Yeah, I think so.
I need to get screened. Now I feel like I've done something wrong.
Please get screened.
It's important.
It's highly important.
And you can even educate people around you.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's important awareness.
My mother is like, she's going to be 70. Does she still need to be screened?
No, after 65 years.
After 65, you don't need to be
For
screened.
people that have been doing screening in the past.
If
with
they are
normal.
still sexually active.
What?
At 65.
A 65-year-old woman, her husband is still alive, and maybe they want to get it on.
No. The guideline
Okay,
is.
you want to be doing that at 65?
At 77, even at 80, what's your problem?
If you have your husband or your...
No, the guideline
At
is.
that time, we should be going to church and fast and pray.
When did Sarah have her baby?
That is Sarah. Why you better close shop at 60? What are you talking about? What are you looking for?
The baby appear in Sarah's
I'm very confused now. Are you
People
saying
should not
that
corrupt me.
a woman that is married with her husband and both of them want to get it on at 70?
I don't want to
They
think.
shouldn't.
My parents-in-law are still together. My husband, I don't even think about them still. You know. At
So
this
you are
age.
depriving these old people.
No. Sorry, the teaching is this. According to the guidelines, for people that have been doing screening with normal cells, at 65 years, you stop.
Even if you are still...
But at 65, what do oh my God, I don't
God bless you, Jerry.
Doctor, please, I want to get it on till I enter the grave. I plan to enter the grave at 120.
You like this thing too much, eh? All right, thank you so much. Ladies are very okay. You are very pregnant, so you're not talking.
I'm a very innocent girl. I don't know any of all these things.
Neither do I.
Don't let me bring out your secrets here.
All right. Thank you, Tewa. Thank you, Dr. for cleaning.
You're welcome.
All right. Don't forget, try to get tested this weekend. And see you later. Bye-bye.